Hello dear students, welcome to chemistry class. In this class we are going to discuss about the polarizing power and polarizability. Polarizing power and polarizability. And as we already know about the ionic bond, the bond which is formed by the complete transfer of an electron from one atom to another atom, which results in the formation of an oppositely charged ions, and when those ions come nearer each other, there will exist an electrostatic force of attraction, that is called what? Ionic bond. And when the two oppositely charged ions of unequal size, when the two oppositely charged ions of unequal size, this is a cation which is smaller in size, and this one is a anion, and this is the nucleus, and here electrons are there, or electrons are revolving around the nucleus in a fixed path. And when these two oppositely charged ions brought closer and closer, means near each other, the smaller ion, that is the cation, will attract the outermost electrons of this larger ion, that is anion, and repel its nuclear charge. The small ion will attract the outermost electrons of this ion and repel its nuclear charge. And as a result of this one, this electron cloud of the larger ion will no longer be in an uniform pattern. This electron charge cloud now will be deformed or distorted, which results in the formation of this type. This is the larger ion, again this is a cation, again this is a anion. And here, because of the distortion of the electron charge cloud or deformation of the electron charge cloud, only because of the presence of nearby smaller ion, that is a cation, the electrons will now move towards the smaller ion, and its positive charge will go away from the smaller ion, and as a result of this one, polarization takes place. Polarization, and here no polarization is there, no polarization means the separation of charges in a neutral or in an atom due to the presence of an oppositely charged ion. We can write the definition for polarization. Polarization, the distortion or deformation of the electron charge cloud of anion by the cation is called what? Polarization. Polarization is a process where the distortion or the deformation of the electron charge cloud of the larger ion, that is anion, by the cation. Okay? And the ability of smaller ion, that is the cation, to polarize the anion is called its polarizing power. The ability of cation to polarize the nearest anion is called its polarizing power. The ability of cation to polarize the nearby anion is called its polarizing power, the polarizing power of cation. And again, the tendency of this anion to get distorted or polarized or deformed by the nearest cation, the tendency of the anion to get distorted or deformed or polarized by the nearest cation is called its polarizability. polarizability. The tendency of anion to get distorted or deformed or polarized by the cation is called the polarizability of the anion. The tendency of anion to get polarized, distorted or deformed by the cation is called its polarizability. Okay. And the polarizing power, which can be represented as a psi, the polarizing power of cation is directly proportional to the ionic charge of the cation and inversely proportional to the square of its radius. The polarizing power of cation is directly proportional to its ionic charge and inversely proportional to the square of its radius. And here, due to the polarization, now only we are discussing this is a ionic bond formation. There is a formation of an ionic bond because it is a cation and anion, and because of the attraction the ions will form a bond which is called as a ionic bond. But because of the polarization, we can see here the change of ionic character to the covalent character. Because of the polarization, the sharing of electrons occurs between these two ions to some extent, and the bond shows somewhat covalent character. Instead of transfer of electron, because of the polarization here between these two ions, there exists some extent of sharing of electron, and as the sharing of electron takes place, automatically it is an covalent bond, and we can say some ionic bonds are converting into their covalent nature only because of the polarization, Okay. This is all about what? Polarizing power and polarizability. And there are some rules of polarization, and those rules are called Fuzan's rule. There are some rules of polarization which are called as Fuzan's rule. Okay. Let us discuss the rules one by one. The first one rule is the cations with smaller size have higher polarizing power. The first one rule of polarization, that is the Fuzan's rule, is the cations with smaller size have higher polarizing power. For this, we can take an example of chlorides of beryllium, magnesium, calcium, barium. Beryllium chloride, magnesium chloride, calcium chloride, strontium chloride and barium chloride. And we know that down the group, size goes on increases, and as a result of increase in size, the polarizing power of this cation goes on decreases. Then how can we say this beryllium is having high polarizing power than the barium? By only looking at their physical property. The melting point of this beryllium chloride is 405 and that of barium chloride is 960 degrees Celsius. It is 405 degrees Celsius. Melting point of beryllium chloride is 405 degrees Celsius and that of barium chloride is 960 degrees Celsius. Why? Here, as more the polarizing power, more the covalent character. More the polarizing power, more the covalent character of an ionic compound, and if the covalent character is more, then we can consider that one as a covalent compound, and we know that the covalent compounds are having less melting point because of low attractive force between the combining species, and the ionic compounds are having high strength of bond, and to break that high strength of bond or strong bonds we require high amount of heat energy. Therefore, as the size is small, its polarizing power is more, and as a result of its high polarizing power, the ionic compound will have somewhat more covalent nature, and automatically its melting point decreases. Okay. Then the second one, Fuzzen's rule, is the anions with larger size have high polarizability. The anions with larger size have high polarizability. Means for these we can take an examples of fluorides, calcium fluoride, calcium chloride, calcium bromide, and calcium iodide. These are all the halides of calcium. Here the cation is the same and the anions are different, and we know that down the group size goes on increases, and here they said anions with larger size have high polarizability. Okay. Why? As the size is large, the nucleus has less attraction with the outermost electron, and therefore those electrons with less attraction with the nucleus can be easily deformed or polarized by the nearest cation. As the size is large, means automatically the distance between the nucleus and the oppositely charged electrons is large. As the distance is large, the attraction is small, and therefore because of the less attraction of the nucleus towards the electron, the nearest cation can easily distort or deform these outermost electrons, and hence it increases its polarizability. Okay. Then third one rule is, for effective polarization, there should be a high charge on the cation or on the anion or both. For the effective polarization to be takes place, there should be a high charge on the cation or anion or both. For cation, I will take an example of chlorides, sodium chloride, magnesium chloride, and aluminum chloride. Okay. And we know that the charge on sodium is +1, and on magnesium it is +2, and on aluminum it is +3. And here we can say this aluminum trichloride is more covalent than the sodium chloride, only by looking at its melting point. The melting point of aluminum trichloride is less as compared to sodium chloride, which is having 800 degrees Celsius melting point. And as the melting point of this molecule is small, means it is more covalent as compared to this one, and as the charge is more, then automatically the attraction towards the outermost electrons of the larger ion, that is the anion, is high. Therefore, it will easily polarizes the nearby anion, hence the polarization takes place very effectively. Okay. Then the last one rule is, cations with pseudo inert gas configuration. The cations with pseudo inert gas configuration, that is of the type NS2 NP6 ND10 or D10 N plus 1 S square have high polarizing power, while the cations with noble gas configuration, that is of NS2 NP6, have low polarizing power. This is the fourth rule of Fuzzen's rule. The cations with pseudo inert gas configuration, that is of the type NS2 NP6 ND10 or D10 N plus 1 S2, have high polarizing power. Means these have high polarizing power means the polarization is very high, while those cations with the noble gas configuration, that is of NS2 and NP6, have low polarizing power means the polarization is less. The only reason for this one is due to the greater effective nuclear charge of this type cation, and here there is a smaller effective nuclear charge for this type of cations. And for these two I will take the example of chloride, and here the electronic configuration for the copper plus 1 is to outermost electronic configuration I am writing here 218. Okay. Then for sodium plus 1, outermost electronic configuration is N2O8, and this is having the noble gas electronic configuration, and therefore it is having low polarizing power only because of its smaller effective nuclear charge towards the nearby negatively charged ion. And if the effective nuclear charge is small, then its polarizing power is small. If the polarizing power is small and the polarization is small. Okay. This is all about what? The Fuzzen's rule. And after studying all this, we can say here some points. On moving down the group, polarizing power goes on decreases. On moving down the group, polarizing power goes on decreases. Why? On moving down the group, the size of cations goes on increases, and the polarizing power is directly proportional to charge, but inversely proportional to its size. As the size is large, its polarizing power is low. On moving down the group, the polarizing power of the cation goes on decreases. Okay. Then the second one is the polarizing power of cation goes on increases on moving left to right of the periodic table. When we move from left to right of the periodic table, the polarizing power of cation goes on increases. Why? From left to right of the periodic table, the size of cation goes on decreases, and if the size is small, its polarizing power is more. Why? Because it has a high attraction towards the outermost electrons of the nearby anion. Okay. Then the polarizability of the anion by the given cation. The polarizability of anion by cation decreases on moving left to right of the periodic table. The polarizability of anion by the cation decreases on moving left to right of the periodic table. Why? On moving left to right of the periodic table, the size of anion goes on decreases. as the size of anion goes on decreases, those outermost electrons which are present on the anions are held very tightly or strongly with the nuclear charge, and therefore it is very difficult to distort those electron clouds. Okay. Therefore, the polarizability of this anion decreases from left to right of the periodic table. But the polarizability of the anion by the cation increases from top to bottom of the periodic table. Why? From top to bottom of the periodic table, as we move from top to bottom of the periodic table, the size of the anions goes on increases. As the size of anion goes on increases, there will be a large distance between the or less attraction of the nuclear charge towards the outermost electrons of anion. Therefore, those outermost electron clouds of the anion can be easily distorted by the cation. Okay. This is all about what? The polarization and polarizing power and Fuzzen's rule. Thank you.